Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Adishola. If this is your first time you're stopping by, thank you. Kindly click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always stopping by. In today's tutorial, I'll be learning how to draft out a queen hands neckline. If this is something you're interested in, keep on watching. So the first thing we are going to do is to place our paper on fold, and at the top you mark out a straight line which is going to serve as our starting line. And from that starting line you take your tape rule, and from there you mark out your measurement. As you can see on the screen, your bust measurement, your under bust, and your waist measurement. As you can see me doing on the screen now, I'm marking out my bust measurement, my under bust, and my waist measurements, which are 10 inches, 13 inches, and 17 inches each. So as you can see, I'm trying to mark the dots in two places so that I can connect the lines together so that they can be straight, as you can see. So once I connect the dots together to give me the straight lines that I want, and from there I will go on to label the lines, my shoulder line, my bust point, my under bust, and my waistline. Then I will come up to my shoulder line and mark my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 15 inches divided by 2, that is 7.5, which you can see me marking out now. Then the next thing I will do is from that point at which I marked, I will come down by 1 inch to give me my shoulder slope. You know our shoulder is not always straight, so it is slopey. And then from there I will go down to the center of my pattern paper and mark my neck width. For this tutorial I'll be making use of 3.5, and of which it's not as if we will be using it, but it's just so that we can mark out our shoulder slope, as you can see. So from that point which you mark, which is your neck width, you connect straight down to that 1 inch that you marked down from your shoulder measurement. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And from there, what you now do is from that shoulder slope, you mark your round armhole measurement. My round armhole measurement is 7 inches, so I marked it down, and I went to the center of the pattern paper again at that particular place. Then I marked 7.5 again. And the reason why I'm marking 7.5 is because you know my shoulder measurement is 7.5, which is 7.5. I want to connect the line so that it can be equal. It won't be as if my armhole measurement is longer than my shoulder measurement. So now on that particular place, you go ahead and mark out a straight line, as you can see me doing, and call it the chest line. You can label it the chest line. So from that armhole line, you divide into 2. Mine is 7 inches, so divided into 2, I have 3.5. So from that 3.5 that I marked, I will go in by half of an inch, as you can see me doing. Then I will go to my chest line and as well mark my bust measurement. My bust circumference divided by 4 is 8.5. So I'll mark out 8.5, as you can see me doing right now. Then the next thing I will do is I will take my cuff and connect the 3 dots together, that and that and that. As you can see, the 3 dots, I will connect it together. So after connecting, the next thing I will do is I will go to my waistline, my under bust and my bust point, and I will mark out my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 4 inches. Then I will connect the lines together, and on my bust point I will come down by 1 inch, as you can see me doing. From that bust point I will come down by 1 inch, and after coming down by 1 inch I will go down to my waistline and mark 1 inch towards the side going to the center, part going to the center, I'll mark 1 inch in, and on the other side going to the side, the other part going to the side, I'll mark 1 inch. So go ahead and do the same. And on the other bust, I will do the same thing, mark 1 inch on both sides. And then I will connect the lines together, draw a straight line as you can see me doing now. After drawing a straight line, I will go down to that 1 inch that I came down by. Then I will use my curve rule to draw out my Bustier dart as you can see me doing. Try as much as possible to avoid any form of pointiness. So that's why we came down by 1 inch though. So while drawing your Bustier dart, try as much as possible to avoid any form of pointiness. And after I was done with that, you can see that our Bustier is beginning to show very well. And after that, I went ahead to my shoulder slope and divide it into two. You know, I was having 4 inches there, so I divided it into two, which is 2 inches. And from that point, I'll connect to my bust point. As you can see me doing, do so as well. So after connecting to my bust point, that is our shoulder that we are trying to take our shoulder that I went up by 3 inches. And the reason why I went up by 3 inches was because I don't want my yoke to be too long. So I went up by 3 inches, and then now we are going to take our neck depth. How deep you want your neckline to be. For me, I chose 7 inches. For some people, it can be 9 inches, it can be 8 inches, depending on how deep you want your neckline to be. So, but because I don't want my cleavages to show, so I chose 7 inches. And then on the line, I connected the dots together. As you can see now, I connected the dots together. Then from there, we are going to take our shoulder dart. On the part going to the armhole side, I decided to use 0.5 at first, and then on the side going towards the center, which is my neck side, I decided to use 0.5 as well. But then later I decided to change it and use 0.75, saying that it's not giving me what I actually wanted. So I went ahead and took 0.75. So I used 0.75 at the end, and then after that 0.75 on both sides. Then I connected it to my bust point, just like you see me doing now. You go ahead and do the same as you can see me doing now. So after that, the next thing I did was on the part going towards the center. As you can see that the leg is quite lower than the part going towards our armhole. So I went up by 0.5 inches, and then I connected it to my neck depth. That was what I did, so that when joining the fabrics together, one part won't be longer than the other. So after doing that, the next thing I did was I marked out my queen hands neckline, what is going to really give us a queen hand neckline, as you can see. So I went from my neckline, as you can see, and I joined with that last leg starting over there. I hope you can see it. Yes, so that will give us our queen hand neckline, as you can see. So that's what really gives us the queen hand neckline. Instead of joining it straight, we had to go to the last leg, the one going towards the armhole. Then after doing that, I went down to my waistline and started taking my body measurement. So to my under bust, I took my body measurement as well. My waistline was 28 inches divided by 4. I have 7 inches. Then I measured our dart, which was 2 inches, the box. So I added it to it, making it 9 inches. So I went ahead and did the same on my under bust, and as well on my chest line. I measured the that we took the the bust tightening we took. So I went ahead and measured and I added it to my chest line and as well my bust point and connected the lines together as you see me doing now. After that, I went ahead to shade the parts will be cutting out as you can see. So the parts shaded at the place will be cutting out. Then I went from my bust point to my under bust, which is 3 inches. So from there, I marked 2 inches and then connected to the bust point as you can see me doing. That is to eliminate our side dart. Our back waistline is different from our front waistline. For my front waistline, it is 17 inches, but for my back, it is 15 inches. So the 2 inches there is what I'm deducting, and then I went ahead to cut my pattern paper out. So after that, what I'll do is cut out our side dart, and after that, you will see the outcome now. You can decide to cut it together as I did, or you can decide to cut it out like so. Thank you for